Those of you that have always wanted to be one, we bring you something from General Tools, a digital laser level box with bright LED screen. Clearance sale price of $29.99 or 5 easy payments of $6. You're saving $13 off of our original QVC price that was $43. This is so cool. Well, because, you can create all sorts of different moments throughout your home when hanging pictures. Maybe you want to do a really fun DIY project like you see here. Maybe you want to create some kind of cool like headboard kind of space, like whatever the case might be. You really do get to have some fun here and be able to have everything nice and leveled with a really cool laser sort of way. You don't have to worry about those bubbles. You don't have to worry about, first of all of us have sort of kind of like that little gauge on our phone. Well, this one actually sticks to the wall and makes it so easy. So here's what you're getting for less than $30. Your laser level box, a mounting bracket, a 39-inch charging cable, and a manual, and it looks like a little case for it as well. This laser level box is 2.4 inches by 2.4 inches by 1.2 inches. It weighs 0.2 pounds. We're gonna welcome in Sean Pickford. My goodness, I've not seen Sean Pickford since gardening season. Hey buddy, it's nice to see you.
Good to see you as well, Steve. Hope you're having a good new year.
You as well. I was so happy to see you on the show, and of course, bringing us something very, very cool like this. So I gotta know how on earth does this work?
So it works by basically leveling whatever surface that you sit it on. So in my case here, I turned it on. All you do is push down that yellow button for 2 seconds. It turns it on. Mine's reading perfectly level because I can see the 3 zeros across the front. Your table's pretty close that you have there in front of you.
Yeah, I was going to say, mine's not level.
Yeah, but you know what? That's really close. So if you're looking at something and saying, okay, how close am I? How far off am I? Those numbers will tell you. There's also little arrows on either side. So it's telling you on yours, one side has to go up, one side has to go down to get to that .000 where you know it's perfectly level. So that's the beauty of how this works. Then, if you hold that little yellow button in, okay, you press it a second time and hold it in, you're going to turn on the different laser level.
Okay.
So the lasers come out of the sides of the unit. So as I turn it on, there's a laser coming out of this side. There's a laser coming out of this side. So now when I sit this down and I'll put my hands here, you can see that it shows up on my hand. This line will run all the way across the wall. So if I want to hang my kitchen cabinets behind me, and I want to make sure that they're level on top and bottom when I go to do that, you take this disc here, you pull off that little adhesive on the back and you stick it on the wall. Okay. Now it truly becomes do-it-yourself because this is magnetized. So now when I put this on the wall, I don't have to hold it. So it gives me 2 hands free to do the projects. Truly do it yourself, not do it yourself and get one of your buddies to help or your wife or your significant other, because that's usually the case.
Yeah.
But leave it to General Tools, who's been in business for over 100 years, to come up with a better way. You can reuse this over and over. It's not going to peel off your paint or your wallpaper. So that's really cool in how you use that. And it allows you to make sure that your pictures are nice and straight. Make sure your cabinets are nice and straight. Make sure your countertops or whatever you're working on. I'm about ready to do a project where I'm going to do some painting and hardwood flooring. I want to make sure the floor is level before I put down that hardwood flooring so it doesn't have waves in it. These pictures here, one picture is fairly easy, but you also only want to drill 1 hole in the wall. What about 2? Well, look how she put it up on the wall. She marked the one. She's marking the second one right on that line. So now when you put both of these framed jerseys up on the wall, they're level, because if they're not, the first thing you notice when you walk downstairs, wow, look, the pictures aren't level. We've all done it.
Yeah.
We've all seen it in other people's homes. Now you can get it nice and level the first time. And what I love too, Steve, is when you get it level the first time and you set it up and have the right tools, you don't take that picture down and there's 50 holes behind it. So if you're renting in an apartment or something like that, they're usually going to charge you by how many holes they have to fill in. So this is a great way to be able to do the job perfect the first time.
Oh, that is awesome. Yeah, nothing is more frustrating than thinking that you got that hole in the perfect spot and then it's not, and
Right.
then you have to put another hole in the wall, and then before you know, you've got like Swiss cheese on the wall. That's definitely not what we want to have happen. This is fantastic because this is something, whether or not you're thinking about hanging a couple pictures or some kind of artwork or some kind of project, yeah, sure, maybe for right now, but what about later on down the road, or maybe next year? I mean, at least you've got something that you know actually works, and that you don't have to ask for anybody's help to come over and hold things in the right spot, or, you know, go take a step back across the room to make sure that you're like sort of balancing it on the wall correctly. This is fantastic. It's General Tools digital laser level box with bright LED screen. Bright it is indeed, and you can see that right there for $29.99 or 5 easy payments of $6. You are saving $13 off of our original QVC price that was $43. So you're going to bring home your laser level box, the mounting bracket, the 39-inch charging cable, and the manual, and that little case there. This screen is so easy and so user-friendly. This cracks me up. I mean, I would have thought, oh yeah, this is definitely on a nice little pedestal that is completely leveled and straight. Actually, this is telling us it's not. And that's what I think is so special about this. I mean, this is the accuracy, I guess the story here is really, really on point, Sean.
And that's exactly it, because let's face it, if you're going to want to put things up in a greater distance, you want to put pictures across the entire wall. Like I'm seeing my laser shoot 20 feet over here to the corner of the room that I'm in. So if I wanted to put things out that far on the wall, you can do it. There's also a setting which comes in your instruction book here, and it has pictures. I'm a guy, I love pictures because I like to look at them first to make it easier instead of reading everything. All right, where you can actually set this to put it on a 45. So if you want to put pictures up and down a staircase, and you want to make sure that they're on that line and everything's perfect up and down, you can do that as well. So this is really advanced. It can be really simple and easy, or really advanced by just reading the instruction booklet that comes with it. It's 2 pages. It's really easy to do. I mean, let's face it, this takes all the frustration out of doing home projects. When you have the right tools, the jobs go easier, and then you advance. You go on to bigger and better things. So I built an entire shelf in my garage that was 13 feet across and 8 feet deep by myself. And I thought, all right, I'm just going to measure from the floor up the walls and mark it. Well, your garage floor slopes. At the closest to inside the house is one height. Out at the garage door, it's lower because you want the water to run out. If you don't know that, you've just built a platform that now leans. So by having this, I was able to make sure that everything was nice and level, and I did it right the first time.
Oh, so smart. This is why Sean Pickford here is a DIY expert, giving us all these tips and tricks. But, I mean, you just bring home the right equipment, and everyone can be the DIY expert this way. This makes it so easy. I love this. From General Tools, a digital laser level box with bright LED screen, $29.99. 5 easy payments of $6 brings home the laser level box, the mounting bracket, the charging cable, and that manual with case. Item B56813. Sean, great to see you, buddy. I hope to see you in studio soon.
Sounds great, Steve. See ya.
Have a good night. All righty.